Just before that attack, 1 week ago today, we got word that Congressman Kevin Kiley of Rockland was in Israel, getting an up-close personal look at the devastation wrought by Hamas during its October 7th offensive. He is back home now, and Congressman Kiley with me now live to share what he learned on the ground and what he thinks of America's most recent steps in that region. Congressman, good morning to you.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Definitely. These new sanctions against Iran were announced last night. Is this country, which helped fend off those 300 missiles and drones that Iran lobbed at Israel, is this country doing the right thing right now?
Oh, of course. I mean, we need to stand with Israel and make sure that we do whatever we need to do to support their right and ability to defend themselves against this unprecedented act of aggression and hostility from Iran. I mean, the reality for Israel is they have been under attack from Iran for a long time. It's just been through their proxies. Hamas, of course, which, executed the horror of October 7th, as well as Hezbollah in Lebanon and the Houthis in Yemen. So Israel is literally surrounded by Iranian proxies who are launching missiles into their territory and constantly putting their citizens under threat. But this latest escalation by Iran, launching them directly from Iranian territory, was unprecedented. And I'm very glad that we were able to stand with Israel in limiting the damage that was done.
You just traveled to the epicenter of what Israel has been dealing with and what the world has really been watching for 6 months now, the grounds of the Supernova Sukkot gathering, the music festival where Hamas killed 364 people and wounded many more. What went through your mind while you were there?
It was a truly just devastating scene. And, this was where there was the most loss of life, was at this music festival. Hundreds of people out just celebrating early in the morning. And Hamas had actually planned, apparently, to attack a neighboring kibbutz, a community there, and sort of came upon this festival and decided just to divert there and try to kill as many innocent people as they possibly could. And so, there's a memorial set up there now for each of the victims, young people, almost all people in their 20s, maybe 30s. Words can't even describe how devastating it was. But we also visited the kibbutzes, in the Gaza envelope, where people were murdered in their homes, just unimaginable terror and horror that something would happen like this in the 21st century is really beyond belief.
One of the pictures from perhaps a wall there, I think we have it. Someone wrote, "We will dance again, bring them home," referring to the 134 people still held hostage. Really bittersweet message, hope just pressed up against that stark reality.
That's right, and that's very important to remember, is we still do have those hostages who are being held in Gaza, likely under truly terrible conditions. We met with the Israeli-American parents of one of the hostages. It was absolutely heartbreaking. But I will say that, there is a sense of resilience in that country, which is really something to behold. I mean, this is a state, a citizenry that has been attacked in ways that, are really unprecedented, at least in modern history, and where everyone is very tightly knit together. Everyone has suffered loss stemming from October 7th. Everyone knows someone who is fighting right now. So the country has suffered such trauma and such loss, but has also demonstrated a tremendous sense of resilience. And I think that, America's support for Israel, especially in this time of need, is vitally, vitally important. So we're passing a number of measures actually in the House this week to reaffirm that support and to make sure that Iran is held accountable.
I have to ask you about the support you're saying is critical. Many that are, in your party, your Republican colleagues have kind of held up funding to Israel, and your colleague in the House and fellow Republican Marjorie Taylor Greene has basically said that Speaker Johnson's job is on the line for even bringing this to the floor. Yesterday, Congressman Massey joined her saying that he would support a motion to vacate. Where are you on that? You just took this trip. You're saying this funding is essential, but then your colleagues are saying, oh, we can't do this.
Well, I don't know if those comments are necessarily all about the aid for Israel. There are other issues that are caught up in that. The reality is that the House passed a measure providing support for Israel very soon after the October 7th attack. And we again had a vote on it actually recently that got well over a majority support because of the way it was done. It needed 2/3 and it didn't pass. So I've had the chance so far to vote twice for aid for Israel. I think when it comes up on Saturday, it looks like when is the vote going to be? It's going to be its own bill, a standalone vote for supplemental support for Israel. And I'm confident that it will pass and we will finally get, more aid to our ally.
We are out of time, unfortunately. A huge issue, so much to talk about, but just clarify for me quickly, yes or no, are you behind a motion to vacate if this comes to the floor or no?
Absolutely not, no.
Absolutely not. All righty, thank you so much, Congressman Kiley, for joining us this morning and sharing about your trip to Israel.
You bet. Thanks so much for having me.